the Republicans are likely facing a doomsday scenario. At least that's how they called it on Fox News. Now, what is this doomsday scenario? New Congress gets sworn in January 3rd. The first thing the House must do is select a speaker. Without a speaker, the House of Representatives does not exist. Now, this is different from the speaker fight that happened in 2023 when they ousted Kevin McCarthy and we got Speaker Johnson. Why? Because without a Speaker of the House, they can't swear in the new members of the House. The very first thing this Congress must do is select a Speaker. Well, at least for the House of Representatives. After the Speaker is selected, that person, whoever is the Speaker, will end up issuing the oath of office to every other member of the House. So until it happens, there is no House of Representatives. Now, there's a doomsday scenario here for Republicans, like I said. They have 220 seats in the House of Representatives right now based on election results. However, we know Matt Gaetz is not taking his seat. That brings it down to 219. Now, I'm not sure when Elise Stefanik and Representative Waltz, I think are their names, are being pulled to go serve in the cabinet. They're going to have to resign their seats to take up cabinet positions. So they could be gone. That would leave a 217 to 215 margin. Now, in order to be Speaker, you must have a majority. I believe you must get to 218 votes to be Speaker, regardless. So, if Mike Johnson is in jeopardy and Republicans aren't going to elect him, what happens? Well, it took 3 or 4 days to get Kevin McCarthy back in 2023. And that's entirely possible. It took 3 weeks to get to Mike Johnson. And it doesn't appear like there is any other potential Speaker candidates. So how would this proceed? Well, multiple things could happen. 1, Republicans could come up with somebody else. 2, Donald Trump could put his support behind Mike Johnson and he gets over the threshold. 3, 2 or 3 Republicans say, look, enough of this stupidity. We gotta get to work. We need real leadership. And they cross the aisle and vote for Hakeem Jeffries because all 215 Democrats are going to vote for Hakeem Jeffries on every ballot. So those are some possible scenarios. But what happens if there's no speaker and they can't certify the election? Well, for every day that goes by, they inch closer and closer to Donald Trump's inauguration. If come 12 noon, they have not 12 noon on January 20th, they have not certified the election. The way I understand it, because they would not have been able to certify the president or vice president's election win, they would skip Donald Trump, they would skip J.D. Vance, and because there's no Speaker of the House, they would skip the Speaker of the House, and it would move to the President pro tem of the Senate, which I believe, with it being a Republican-controlled Senate, would be Charles Grassley, Chuck Grassley. Now, Chuck Grassley could opt out, but there are no cabinet positions, so he would be acting president until that point when Republicans have elected a speaker, they can certify the results and move on. But that's all unlikely. More than likely, Republicans come up with a speaker and the election does get certified on time. But, we'll see what happens because a lot of Republicans seem like they are not entirely thrilled with Mike Johnson and he can't afford to lose many votes.